Hi, I'm Dorothy from crazyforcrust.com, and today I'm going to be making blueberry banana bread with a nice cinnamon sugar topping. This bread is my mom's banana bread, actually. When I was a kid, my favorite thing about Saturdays was that my mom would either make blueberry muffins or banana bread. And so this is kind of a marriage of both of them. It's her banana bread recipe, but I added blueberries to it. It's a great breakfast. It's great for on the go. It's great for brunch. I also love to freeze slices just for a quick snack, or I can pop it in my daughter's lunch. And everyone raves about this bread recipe. All right, let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sour milk. Now my mom's recipe calls for 7 tablespoons of sour milk. And I guess back in the day, they'd have sour milk sitting in the fridge, but I don't usually. So what I do is I take 7 tablespoons of milk and I just add a little bit of white vinegar to it and then let it sit while I start mixing the other ingredients. I'm gonna start with a stick of butter in a large bowl, and then I'm gonna add granulated sugar. I'm gonna cream these together using a hand mixer. You could use a stand mixer. You could do it by hand if you're old school. Make sure your butter is softened. I usually just leave it out at room temperature for about an hour or so. In a pinch, if you're rushing or you forget like I usually do, you can just pop it in the microwave for about 10 seconds or so. All right, so we have our butter mostly mixed with our sugar. So I'm gonna set this aside for just a moment and I'm gonna deal with the wet ingredients. All right, now I'm gonna move to my blender. Most recipes don't do that, but I absolutely love it because it infuses the banana flavor throughout everything. There's not any chunks, it's just a nice liquid. So that's why I use my blender. So I'm gonna add to this 2 overripe bananas. We're gonna put 2 of these in our blender. I'm the worst banana peeler in the world. All right, so I have my bananas in there, and now I'm gonna add 2 eggs, some salt, some vanilla, some baking soda, and that sour milk. Nice and chunky. So now I'm going to blend this all up just until it's liquid. So now we have our butter and sugar that we creamed at the beginning, and I'm going to add my banana mixture. It smells amazing. The banana just really comes through once it's all blended up. And then I'm gonna add all-purpose flour. And now I'm gonna mix this all up until it's nice and thick. Now I'm going to add the blueberries. So they're the little tiny ones. My daughter likes these better. So I'm gonna carefully add them because there's some liquid in my bowl and I don't want all that excess blueberry liquid going into my batter. Just gonna fold these in so they don't break too much. If you're using fresh berries, it'll bleed less than if you use frozen. And now we're ready to put it in the pan and bake it. All right, so now I have a 9x5 loaf pan, and I'm gonna spray it with nonstick cooking spray. And I'm gonna add my batter to the pan. We don't wanna forget, we are making this with a cinnamon sugar topping. So let's put that together really quick. Bit of sugar, bit of cinnamon. Just stir that up, make a nice cinnamon sugar. You could always buy cinnamon sugar, but it's easier just to make it yourself. It's 1/4 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm just gonna sprinkle it over the top of the bread, just like that. And now it's ready for the oven. It's gonna bake at 350 degrees for probably between 40 and 50 minutes. And you'll know it's done because it gets a nice crack right down the center. And once that crack isn't wiggly anymore and the toothpick comes out clean, it's nice and done. All right, and then once it's baked and cooled, if you can wait that long, I take it out and I'm ready to slice and serve it. For this recipe and more recipes, go to my blog at crazyforcrust.com.